Lord just dropped this in my spirit yesterday, and this is going to be a word for some of you. It was better for Joseph to be a slave and to be in prison than to keep company with his brothers. I always thought that because Joseph got sold into slavery, that was like plan B. Like God had to work around the fact that his brothers meant to do him evil. But I felt like the Lord spoke to me yesterday and was like, what if that was plan A? What if that was my plan all along? Because bad company always corrupts. Also, he showed me that Joseph was favored from the very beginning. He had the favor of God. He had the favor of his father. His brothers were not favored like he was. So they were never meant to go where Joseph was destined to go. And I really feel like the Lord is shifting my mindset and wants to shift your mindset. And I'm not talking about cutting people out of your life and being rude and having disunity amongst brothers and sisters in Christ. I'm not talking about that. But what I am saying is sometimes we need to let people fall away out of our lives, and we're trying to hold on and we're waiting for them to come up to our level, or we're waiting for them to run faster, and all so that we could just all get to the destination together, or so that we can have company along the way. And we get comfortable around the people who are destroying our destiny. And it doesn't have to be someone who doesn't have good character. It's just that sometimes we keep people in our lives who are not going in the same direction as us, or they're not going to arrive at the same time. And so we have to keep our focus on our purpose. Sometimes people are distractions and they're weights. It's not the person's fault all the time. God has a specific calling and purpose on your life that's most likely going to be different than the person's calling next to you. And it might appear that you have more favor, and that is going to cause discouragement and weight on you if the person next to you, God forbid, becomes envious, jealous, or resentful about your calling. And all the while, you're going to be fighting for the friendship or the relationship to work, and it's going to be distracting you from moving forward in your life. And it's going to waste your time. Another thing about Joseph is once he caught up with his brothers later on, years later, they were in a different place. They were probably in a better and more mature place to be able to have a relationship with him. But at least all along throughout his life, they were not weights to him and to his destiny. It's just something to think about, to help you keep your focus on what's really important and where you're really supposed to be going, and not be looking around at all these other people in your life or this relationship, focusing and staring at the relationship and wondering why it's not working, wondering why your life isn't going the way that you want it to, or you're not moving forward. It's something to think about. You have to look at the people around you, the company that you're keeping, and wonder, if I were to stay in these relationships or in these friendships, am I going to be in a different place next year or 4 years, 5 years from now? Is it going to help me to get there, or is it going to hinder me from getting there? So it's just something to think about.